Tigerspike is a global digital products company. We create digital products basically for clients, so we're always involved in a kind of client-vendor relationship, and we're a global company, but we're not a massive company, so we're 350 people worldwide, and in London we're about 50 people, so a smallish to medium-sized operation here in the UK. And the projects that we looked at recently, where we switched from Scrum to Kanban, there were two different ones and they were unique in their challenges. One of them was for a large company who were looking for a web-based prototype. And the challenges that we faced with them were around availability of stakeholders and around the scope that people wanted to get out of the work that we were doing. So Scrum was quite restrictive for us in that context because it mandates certain ceremonies happening at strictly certain times during the process, whereas Kanban allowed us to still maintain those ceremonies but do them at times that were more appropriate for both the delivery team and the client they were working for. I guess the unintended side effect of that was we're able to therefore spend more time actually working on the scope and less time doing activities that were probably not valuable for our client, like estimating stories, for example. And then the second project is for a large retailer client of ours, and they're looking to build brand new iOS and Android apps for consumer use. There are some similarities between those two projects, and the similarities were around the challenges, which were around the scope that both of those customers of ours wanted to achieve, and the amount of flexibility that was possible. The interesting part on the second project with the retail client was that we were able to go to them and raise some concerns that we had about the time frame they had for delivery of scope, and we actively pushed a change from Scrum to Kanban, which helped give us, again, maybe an unintended side effect, but gave us some predictability about when we might end up finishing a certain set of features from the backlog. It also gave us the same thing as what we saw in project number one, which was tailored ceremonies, not dropped ceremonies, but tailored ceremonies that helped us use the time that our client had bought in the most valuable way possible, which was predominantly around development of features. What we were able to get to in both cases was an MVP, effectively, that maximised the scope that our clients were looking for. Before we even started these projects, we knew that there was a desire to move into further development after the MVP. So it allowed the MVP to be to contain as much scope as possible within the fixed time frame that we were working with, which set us up actually really well to then move into the more continuous delivery phase of delivering features in a similarly structured manner. One of the things we got was actually our clients were much happier working in that Kanban method, because instead of us insisting that they showed up to ceremonies to do certain activities and spend lots of hours doing planning, which is valuable from a Scrum context, they correctly didn't see the value because they had in their minds this kind of fixed scope towards MVP. So the business value for Tigerspike in that obviously is, as well as tailoring software to our clients' needs, we've tailored an approach to developing software that met our clients' needs, which ultimately leads to a stronger relationship with our clients. It shows our willingness to be flexible and leads to a stronger likelihood of ongoing engagements, which is really a key thing for a smaller business like ours to have repeat custom.